We are looking ahead to an event happening in just 2 hours that is hoping to make a real impact on our environment. The Ocean Conservancy is hosting its annual International Coastal Cleanup event. Volunteers, they will come together to clean the shores of the Anacostia River. And right now we are joined by one of those organizers, Sarah Weller, with more on what you can expect today. Thanks so much for being with us. Tell us a little bit about today, walk us through the timeline and tell us why this is so important.
Yeah, good morning, Marcella. Thanks for having me on. So we're here, as you said, we're at Kingman Island on the Anacostia River. It's a beautiful morning, little soggy, but we're still excited to welcome many volunteers out to take part in Ocean Conservancy's flagship International Coastal Cleanup event. So this is one event of thousands that are happening all over the world during this month and the weeks ahead, all taking part. It's the 39th year of this cleanup effort, and it is the ocean's largest volunteer effort for our oceans and for cleanup efforts worldwide. So we welcome volunteers to come out today, help pick up trash and plastics that can be harmful for our rivers here in the DMV, the Chesapeake Bay, and ultimately the ocean.
And we know that makes such a huge difference. Talk about how much you're able to pull out, in these events, and what are you typically finding during these cleanups?
Yes, so last year we had about 300 volunteers. They filled a rollaway dumpster, so it was about 4,000 pounds of trash, believe it or not. And Kingman and Heritage Islands here are beautiful natural places, but once volunteers start looking for trash, big and small, we find all sorts of things. Many of the items that volunteers find globally are plastic items, things that we touch every day, single-use consumer items, straws, beverage bottles, cigarette butts, that sort of thing. Here on Kingman, we can find a few more interesting items as well, some older, historic, buried trash, some things that don't really fit in a trash bag. So if anyone's interested in being adventurous for the day, maybe getting a little muddy and having a muddy adventure out here with us and finding trash, I'm sure we'll fill another dumpster.
And you talk about being muddy. What can volunteers prepare for? What should they bring? What should they wear when they're coming out today?
Great question. So we have all sorts of materials for folks, things like bug spray, sunscreen if we need it today, but just being prepared with closed-toed shoes, anything that can get muddy, pants or shorts are fine. I think it's going to warm up later, and it's going to be a fun time too. We have all sorts of things for families. There'll be live music, a lunch provided, face painting for kids. So we try to make it a fun event too while people are out here doing their part for the environment.
Absolutely, and I know the weather is cooperating for you guys today, so happy to hear that. Last thing I want to ask you, we know that cleanups like this are important. It's great to see all the volunteers out there, but how can people help to avoid getting trash in the waterways in the first place?
Yes, great question. So there's a lot that we can do in our everyday lives, and I think volunteers that come out today will see, like I said, a lot of these items are single-use plastic items that we use every day. So just being conscious of what we're using in our own homes can go a really long way. It's a really great first step. And just being supportive of legislation and policies that can help reduce some of these more unnecessary plastic items that we can probably find alternatives for is a good place to start. And then just simple behaviors too, like don't litter, don't put trash in an overflowing trash bin. That trash can blow out easily, it can wash down storm drains and get into our watersheds and become marine debris. So anything we can do to stop it before it makes its way out into the ocean is our goal.
All right, well, a great information there and a great event. Sarah Weller, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.